Hi everyone, we're going to work on Module 10, the assignment Windy Bluff Inn, and it's found on page 275 and 276. So the first thing you'll do is open Access, and you'll name it right away when you choose blank desktop database, and we'll name it right away. And the name of this one is going to be 10-Windy Bluff Inn, and then create. We're going to call this one rooms, this table right here, because right now the default name is table 1. So if you click the floppy disk to save, we'll type rooms and then OK, and it'll change the name from table 1 to rooms. We're in what's called worksheet view or data sheet view, so we're going to go to design view. If you click the graphing ruler and pencil, it'll take you right to design view. There's two choices. We're in data sheet and we're going to go to design view. So here we go. The first thing we're going to do is give new field names, and the first field name will be room ID, and then press tab or enter, and it'll take you to what type of data will be in here. And this will be short text, so if you press the down arrow and choose short text, and you can press tab or enter. The next field name will be room name, tab or enter. It comes up short text because that's the default setting, and that's fine, so just enter or tab. Room type, and this one is also short text. After room type, rental rate, and this one is actually currency. So if you click the down arrow, you'll choose currency and tab or enter. After rental rate, times rented, and this is going to be a number. If you actually type the letter N, it comes up number, so you don't have to use the down arrow to look for it. This one is bed size, and this is short text, and then ocean view, and this one's a yes no. So you just type a Y and it gives you the yes no option, or you could actually click the down arrow and choose yes no. And then the last one is data entered by, and this one's also short text. Now before we leave this, we're going to make a couple of changes. The first thing we're going to do is click the rental rate, because you want to type a description, and in the rental rate the description is rate is 25% higher during first week of July. So that's the description for the rental rate. The next description will be for the ocean view. The description is yes if room faces south. And then the next one, yes if room faces south. For the rental rate, give it a caption. So down the bottom where it has field properties, the caption is just going to be rate. Then for room ID, instead of a field size of 255 characters, just 5 characters. And then you'll click save. And then we'll go back to the worksheet view, data sheet view. So if you see the picture of it looks like a worksheet data sheet, just click that, it'll take you back, or you could have pressed the down arrow and chose data sheet view. So we're in data sheet view, and we could actually start filling in the records of information from here in the data sheet view, but instead we're going to close out of the data sheet view and select the table that you called rooms. Just select it once. If you double click it, it opens it up. Just close it. So just select it once, and you'll choose create and choose form. And before we go any further, we're going to change the theme, which is usually the coloring and the font style. So you'll choose themes, and the one the book is asking for is called Wisp. But if you hover over it, it comes out Wisp, and it changes the color of it. Now if you notice, there's dotted lines around this form, and these are all of the field names that we just typed. So you would type it in a form, which are little cells that you tab into, or on a worksheet in the one that we were in before. But what we want to do is, in order to type in this, you have to actually click Form View. So you could choose View, but I can see that this is the Form View right here, and this is Form View. Notice that the dotted line goes away, so you're able to type your categories. But we'll click Save, and we'll give it the same name because it'll be listed as a form, a form rather than a table. And then we'll type in the information here. The information that you're typing, you'll find on page 276. I'm on the third record, and if you look down at the bottom, 3 of 3, so I'm on the third record. So I'll put in the room ID number, and then tab, and the name of this room, Bay Suite, and then the room type is deluxe. And then when I'm typing in the room rate, all I have to type is 219. I don't have to put the decimal because it's 0. So if I just press tab, it puts in the $, the decimal 2 places. How many times rented? 85. The bed size is king. And then the ocean view, so you want to put a check mark in there, so it's yes. And then the last one should be your name. And then we'll click, we're done with this, we'll click Save. And then we'll actually close out of the form view. And then if you click in the table rooms, it's the same information. This is in data sheet view versus how we did it in form view. So it's just, it's the same information. It's just doing it in a form. So it's one piece of information from one record of information, and then down at the bottom the next record of information, so you're seeing them individually, whereas if you look at it as a table, you're seeing all of the records information. So they want us to make a correction on one of them, and instead of Robin's Nest, it should be the Robin's Nest. So if you click into it and then just move your cursor to the left and type the Robin's Nest and press enter. But if you can't see it, just like in Excel, if you hover in the boundaries between the two columns, you can double click and it makes it as wide as it needs to be. I also looked over for the data entered by. I can't see it all, so again I'll go over to the boundary and double click so I can see all of the information. And your information should look just like this, and you're all set to, we'll save. And remember, in Access you have to close out of everything first. So close out of everything so nothing's open, and then when you're ready to save to submit, you'll do File, Save As a database, not as an object, as a database, and save it in your My Documents and submit. Thank you.